Hello folks, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about our Sakkusu range of alto saxes. Now I'm proud to declare that Sakkusu is our branding for our student instruments and has been for a number of years now. We use this branding for sopranos, altos, tenors and baritones. And for me it's really been a long-term project trying to find a decent level instrument that we import from overseas factories that really fulfills the criteria of being a good quality student instrument. And what I'm looking for when I'm talking about a good quality student instrument is I'm looking at three different areas. So the first area is I need an instrument that has good intonation and tone. So the intonation, first of all, you notice it straight away when you play on any instrument, whether it's a student or a professional instrument. You play up and down the scale and then you hear these wide intervals that are clearly out of tune and not set correctly against each other. You hear it when you go over the central break area, so that's from the B, the C sharp, over the break to the D and the E. That can often be quite a wide jump, and that is always a sure sign of having an instrument that's just not very well manufactured, to be honest with you. And then also, particularly on alto, I find those upper notes from sort of octave A and above can often be very sharp, and it can take a lot of work in terms of the player adjusting embouchure to bring those into check. And you shouldn't have to do that. You should be able to just apply a general overall embouchure and blowing technique and everything should feel nice and even. And so that's the intonation, and then the tone is just something that you would spot straight away. When you blow the first note, you can tell whether it's a horrible, awful sound or if it's something that feels luscious and warm and has got lots of potential for finding tonal colours. So you spot these things straight away. So good tone and intonation is essential, and I feel that with this current Sakkusu range that we've got, it's really excellent in this respect. That's the first thing. The second thing is it's really essential to have a comfortable key layout, something that just feels great under the fingers as you run your fingers up and down the scale. You need it to fit the hands. As you lay the hands on the saxophone, it's got to fit where the fingers go. You don't want to be stretching fingers around in order to suit what the manufacturers have done on the saxophone. It's very important that the factory properly R&Ds where the sort of different shapes of hands and where the fingers naturally want to sit. And again, with these Sakkusus, these instruments feel great from that point of view. So not just the front keys, but all the sort of side chromatics and the palm keys feels very comfortable and natural. And then the final thing, in terms of what I'm looking for in a decent student instrument, is to have a very good build quality. And by that I mean the quality of the actual raw components, the brass, the mechanical bits that make up the key mechanism. It all needs to be of a decent grade of material, and the tolerances in terms of the way they're engineered needs to be of at a high level. So by the tolerances I mean the way all the moving parts operate with each other. So rods, pivot screws, it all needs to be engineered such that there's no play in the movement of the key work. If there's play, then things move around, they can come unset up, and you can sometimes wonder why you're playing away and you're just getting this fuzzy sound. It's probably because there's a leak down there or something, and the saxophone needs re-regulating. This can be expensive stuff, costly, it takes time, you have to go to repairers and get your instrument looked at all the time, which is very tiring. If there's a good setup in the first place, and it's well made, then the instrument tends to hold its setup. So this is peace of mind for the player. So in terms of the build quality and the overall setup, I feel that on these Sakkusu altos is really good. So that's the three areas that I'm looking at. And as I mentioned in the introduction, it's taken a while for us to settle upon a Sakkusu range that we feel really happy with, and I seriously do. I find these very natural to play on. The tone and intonation is great. They just feel great straight away. But also the customer feedback that we've had on these is really good. We've hired many of these out and we've sold many, and we find that people well, for a start, that they're not returning them on the hire scheme, as this is one of the options you have when you hire it. You can return the saxophone, but we get a very low return rate, which is reassuring to us. So people are obviously enjoying their instruments. And at the same time, we're not getting people coming in saying they've got problems with them, they've got leaks, this, that, and the other. Generally speaking, people are very happy with these instruments, which reflects what I feel about them and all the staff here at sax.co.uk. And within the Sakkusus, we've got 2 levels of saxophone that we offer. The lower level has 3 different finishes. We've got a midnight black, which I happen to be holding here. We've got a vintage finish, and we've got a standard gold finish if you just want something a bit more traditional. And in the level up, we call it the deluxe Sakkusu. This one is made from red brass, and it features just a little bit more refinement and quality in the key mechanism. So that's the Sakkusu Alto. A couple of other things to say about it. We put it together in a package. So it comes with a Yamaha 4C mouthpiece, which is one of the well-known beginner's mouthpieces, the go-to beginner's mouthpiece, if you like. And it also comes with a very comfortable backpack style case. Lots of room for your accessories, feels very comfortable on the back as you're walking along. So overall, a nice rounded package. We've got plenty of these in stock. They would make a great gift for someone for Christmas. We've got a nice low-cost hire scheme running on these, so might be worth keeping that in mind for Christmas. But if you just fancied having a dabble at the saxophone and you didn't have a huge amount of money to spend, alto is the very popular way in, and this Sakkusu Alto could be the answer for you.